Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Glory, and welcome to Treasured, a channel that is designed to inspire, encourage, and empower women around the world. I would like to thank everyone for sharing our content, for your views, and for your subscription. Well, today I'm pretty excited about today's topic. Today we will talk about women's advancement in politics. Yes, it's a time of politics, but I'm going to get involved in this and I'm going to talk about it. And I would like to talk about Kamala Harris's selection as vice presidential candidate. And I will know everyone is most women are excited about Kamala Harris's selection and to be a vice presidential candidate on a major political party in the US. And today we want to actually look at the advancement of women in the whole in politics. And we saw last night, for those of us that watched the DNC this speech by Kamala Harris and and the one the day before by Michelle Obama. So these are women that have made good names for themselves, and we want to also look at how that can encourage and inspire the rest of us, and even the younger ones, younger girls that are coming up. For they themselves to know that they can grow up to become, one of those role models that they admire so much. So let's look at, Kamala Harris, an example. And she is a woman that has, multifaceted roles, just like most women, a mother, a sister, a wife, and an attorney. She was also an attorney general, as well. She's a sitting senator, and now she has been nominated to be on the Biden, Harris ticket, to be a vice presidential candidate. And that is something that I think is worth celebrating, as a woman. And I think a win, for Kamala Harris is a win for women around the world. But I mean, this is just my, opinion. I think this is going to be important for the upward movement of women in the, political spectrum. So my views about this is because of the historic nature of Kamala Harris's selection, I think is something that is worth celebrating as a woman, as well. And if you also, I mean, some people say, some people are wondering if this can be considered as a win for women of color, or is this a win, for the culture? Or some people ask, is it, should it be a celebratory time for African Americans? I mean, regardless of what your opinion, is, I know people are entitled to their opinion, but I think the historic nature of her selection is something that is worth, celebrating, regardless of your racial or political affiliation. So something like this, even if it wasn't, a black woman, but as long as, we have a woman, for running for the position of a vice president, I think is something that, we should, celebrate, as women, because I think that is a win for us as well. And while I was listening to the DNC, the speech yesterday by, various candidates and the people that came up to speak, from various speakers, I also got to learn, a few things, like, somebody like Joe Biden, who introduced the Violence Act against women, and, years ago. And that is something, that I think, is something that has been very beneficial for, the upward mobility of women and to promote the cause of women, to prevent domestic violence, against women. And that is something, something that, I specifically, learned from yesterday. So, and maybe some people already have that information, so maybe some people are already aware of it. But just by listening, I look at, issues, everything, not only from a political lens. I mean, what is it that, these people have done to promote and advance, the cause of women? So, I mean, I was very impressed about that, yesterday. And not only that, I know that in terms of when we look at the demographic of our Congress in terms of women, how many women do we have in the Senate and how many women do we have in the House of Representatives? So the House of Representatives, I think we have just about 105 women in the House, and that is just about 23 I think 23 point something percent, just a little over 23% of women in the House of Representatives, and in the Senate we have 26 only. So I think women should still have to assume wider roles. More women can be in political office, can also run for office, and not be intimidated by the whole idea of running. I understand that because we do have a lot of responsibilities as as mothers, as wives, yes, but I think in this day and age, in this era, it's very important that we remain very engaged. We are part of the political conversation, and how we can be part of the process, of the political process as well. Yes, and some people would say, what's the big deal? We've had women have been nominated as vice presidents in the past in our history. I know that, I get it. Women have been nominated in the past as vice, president, but the unique nature of, Kamala Harris's selection is really why a lot of people are, that is still, historic in nature. Her selection is still historic. Because if you look at it, women, if you look at it, there's really never been a selection like this, in the past. This is unlike any other nomination or selection, because of its affiliation with women, because of its association or affiliation with women of color, and also a daughter born to immigrant parents. So that is really something that I think is what is really historic, about this, and it's something that other women, can look at and say, okay, they too can work their way, to the top, of our societal strata, as well, and also, be part of the movement, in the political spectrum. So that's really, my take on that. That's why I think that this is a win, for us, and having a woman as a vice presidential candidate on the ticket. So, having said that, I would like to hear from you. Do you think women should be selected or nominated for higher roles in politics, and why? So let me know and put your comments below, so we can actually look about it. If you think women should be more women, because I really think more women should be involved, but I want to know, I have also stated my reasons, so I would like to hear from you. We are making progress, yes, compared to how it used to be before. We've come a long way, and now sometimes I can't even help but think that what would it be like if you have women in as presidents or prime ministers in some countries. Take for example, you have a woman as a president of Nigeria. I think maybe the country will actually be better off. What do you think? Anyway, that's what I have to talk about today. I will look forward to hearing from you. So let me know what you think. And women, I just want us, we really need to be engaged and be part of this political process and the movement. Let's try to register to vote to encourage, our family members, our friends, those around us. Let's be very active and engaged in the process. And I will do the best I can to make sure that I keep you in the know. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to view, like, and share our content as well. Thank you so much. Until I see you again. And you take care out there and be safe. Thank you.